Раз, два, три, Travorium! Hey, welcome to the call, everybody. We're going to be getting this call started in just a few moments. Just wanted to get up here real quick and just say, hey, welcome. Hopefully, you guys are already excited and fired up. Tonight, we've got a great call prepared for you, but we wanted to make sure that you got enough time right now to send out those last few text messages, right? Those text messages should be going to some guests so they can see how this business works. They go also, you want to send out some messages to your team members so that they can get a chance to see again how this company works. And I want to remind you, tonight is cheap flight training night. So we're going to be breaking down some cool stuff right after the presentation. But I want to make sure you understand how important it is for you to get your guests and even some team members on the call. Last night it will be a good example, as a matter of fact. Last night I had a couple of team members to jump on a call, and they hit me up at the end of the call like they were fired up and they're ready to relaunch their business. So you never know which call is going to be. It's going to take a person's business to the next level. Now, for those of you that's guests, you're at the right place at the right time. Here's what I want you to do. If you're a guest, I want you to give a shout out to whoever it is that invited you to this call. You can shout them out in the chat below. Just simply type their name in the chat. Business partners, what I want you guys to do, and everybody can do this as well, type in where you're chiming in from. Okay, we got about another minute, but I want you to go ahead and start typing in where you're chiming in from. Let's see where people is chiming in from on tonight. I'm here in Marion, South Carolina. I know I sound like I'm from the country. That's why. Okay, I'm from Marion, South Carolina. We got a great call prepared. We still got a lot of people chiming in. We're letting people enter in. I see you guys. Let me get it one moment here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right, so let's see. We got, man, the chat is on fire right now. We got Philadelphia, Canada, Florida. I want you guys to just look and see where we're representing all of these states and cities, guys. Look at that. Canada is in the house. I see you. West Virginia, Maryland. It's going so fast I can't even keep up. But hey, welcome to the call. Once again, take the time right now. Send out those last few messages. Let everybody know the call is about to get started. This call is going to be packed. We want to make sure that you, your team, your guest is able to be on the call before they get locked out of the call. We don't want anybody locked out of this information here. Okay, almost heaven, West Virginia. I never heard that. That's good. I like that. I'm gonna have to borrow that. Hey, welcome. New Jersey Shore is on the call with us. Colorado is in here. Welcome. Pittsburgh, Virginia, Marion, South Carolina. That's my wife, Lady Cross, is in the house. Hey, welcome, babe. We got Philadelphia, Seattle, Washington is on the call. Washington, who's that? Houston, Texas. All right, man, listen. I'm fired up tonight. I'm telling you right now, this call is the call. You want to make sure you've got your guests on the call like right now. You want to send them a message one more time. Say, make sure you're on, okay? And remember, if you're a guest, you can shout out the person that's got you on the call tonight. You're just basically saying, hey, I made it to the call. Because I want you to understand something, guests. The person who invited you to this call, they didn't have to invite you to this call. They could have just used this awesome company you're about to hear about, enjoy the benefits, travel the world, make money, and have a great life. But you know what? They said they're not stingy. That's a word we use in South Carolina, right? But they want to just be able to bless you. And tonight you're going to see why that is everything. Okay. We still got people chiming in. We can't even keep up letting people in the room. Just kind of bear with us. So we're starting a little later than we normally do. But I want to make sure you guys understand that this call is the call that you want to have your guests on the call right now. Okay. All right. So once again, yes, if someone's asking, was it for partners only? No, the guests can watch the first part of this call is for everyone. We want to show you guys what it is that we're doing, how we're doing it, how you can actually join the movement. You're going to hear all about that. Now on tonight, I'm going to be stepping out of the way of greatness, okay? Because I want my business partner, my friend, my coach, he's going to break this down for you guys, okay? This gentleman has been traveling around the globe a whole lot. He's been making a lot of money. As a matter of fact, this guy's made millions of dollars in this platform, in this company that you're about to hear about. Y'all, this is changing lives. He know all the information. I want you to make sure if you're the type of person who need all the info, like Curtis, I need all the info. This is the call, right? And if you're the type of person who like, hey man, I want to travel, I want to have a lot of fun. This guy's doing it. As a matter of fact, he said it's crazy how this worked. The more fun he have, the more money he make. I said, now that is what I want to be a part of. So once again, I'm stepping out of the way of greatness. I'm gonna bring up my coach, my mentor, my friend, Mr. Todd Strand. Mr. Strand, sir, I'm gonna turn it over to you, man. Take it away. Call
Hey,
is
I
yours.
appreciate that so much, Curtis. And guys, we are going to be quick tonight because we want to get back to the real greatness. You're going to hear from an actual travel expert, Curtis Cross. He's going to be doing his flights training tonight. You guys are going to be absolutely blown away. He's going to tell you about a flight that he booked for one penny. I kid you not, one penny. It's a true story. He's going to blow your mind with all the different travel hacks. But guys, for those of you that are here perhaps for the first time, my name is Todd Strand. I'm broadcasting from Las Vegas, Nevada. My wife, Gina, and I have been with this company since 2013. We got involved because we had a daughter that played travel softball, and then she got a Division I softball scholarship. So we were traveling the country to catch all her collegiate games. We were living in hotels, living in rental cars. As you can imagine, this is getting expensive. So we were receptive to the idea of saving money on travel. We've known the owner of this company since 1998. In fact, Mr. David Hart, we live in the same town as him, and everybody in town knows who this guy is. Everything he touches turns to gold. He was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in our entire community. And he's like, hey man, you guys got to check out my new travel product. You can book travel without all of that artificial markup from all those other guys. You can book travel for, 30, 50, 70% off. We tried it, and guys, it was absolutely unequivocally true. We were saving a bloody fortune on travel. We began to share our savings with other sports parents. People like Daryl Maria Roberts, they were baseball parents. And guys, they got in started with our company. And guys, this year they made over $500,000 with our company. So what began as a way to save money on travel turned into an incredible business for them and for us. We went from saving a fortune to, guys, this past year, my wife and I made over $1 million with the company, and we're nothing special. We are two everyday, normal, average people. We live paycheck to paycheck like everybody else prior to finding this company, that's doing things in travel that have simply never, ever been done before. Now, I'm a big believer in documentation over conversation. We're going to validate those statements for you tonight. But again, let's jump right into this presentation. And guys, our company's in its 13th year. We've been doubling in size every single year. We have offices on 3 different continents. We are now in 81 different countries. We have 2 families making over $1 million a year. We're approaching 100 families making over 100 grand a year. And guys, we're just getting started. Those numbers are going to double, and double again. There's no reason your family is not one of them. We paid out tens of millions of dollars in commissions all around the globe. The paychecks go out on time, every time, as they have for the past 13 years. We have customer service in multiple languages. And as you look at that amazing couple there on the screen, those are our founders, David and Adela Hart. They are world-class entrepreneurs. In fact, Mr. David Hart was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. Now, we're going into the single largest industry in the world. Guys, travel will soon be 3 times the size as the oil industry. Why? It's the one thing everybody wants to do. And you can do your own market research. Just ask people, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? I'd travel. Ask people about their bucket list, the things they want to do before they die. And people start mentioning all these travel destinations. And you say, man, if these are your dreams, why don't you go? And the answer is always the same. Well, I can't afford it. Well, what if we could show you how to book that trip right now? 30, 50, 70% off, or better yet, what if we could show you by working with our company how you could earn that trip and take that trip for absolutely free? You could take that trip without using any of your existing money. Take the trip without tapping into the already stretched family budget, guys. And that has been our calling card. We're not just showing people how to save money on travel. We're literally showing people how to earn free travel. And you're going to find out that the global mantra, if it's for free, it's for me. Now, when you get involved in our company, you can book it better than travel agent rates. And this is true for hotels, resorts, cruises, rental cars, parks, tours, activities, entertainment, show tickets, concert tickets, NFL tickets, Six Flags. Oh, you're going to the movies. Oh, you're going to Disney. Oh, you're eating out. I mean, there's so many ways you're going to save money that if you get to know people that are part of our company, some of those people you're seeing come into the room tonight, you're going to hear from a few of them tonight. We have people that are saving $5,000, $8,000, $12,000 a year with our membership. Well, guys, the biggest membership we sell, we have 3 levels of membership. We got our small, our medium, and the biggest one we sell is $135 a month. And if you're saving $10,000, $12,000 a year, who cares about $135 a month? But guys, that membership is going to give you 2 actual vacations every single year. We're talking 4 and 5-star vacations. And the truth, guys, is that most people have never been on a 4 and 5-star vacation. I hadn't. I'd never been to a Ritz-Carlton. I'd never been to the JW Marriott. I'd never been to the Grand Hyatt. I mean, growing up, we were lucky to get a campground with a shower at it. I mean, so again, we're showing people how to do the one thing they've always dreamed of doing, just at a price they just never even imagined was possible. And know this, that when you book with our company, you are absolutely positively guaranteed to save money every single time, because if you find a rate lower than ours, we'll not only match that rate, we'll refund 10% of your money. Now, this is the documentation side of our business. On the screen, this is a side-by-side screenshot. On the right, that's Expedia. On the left, that's us, okay? And of course, the first thing that comes up, like, you got to be kidding me. How are you guys $2,000 less than Expedia? How are you getting a better rate than them? And guys, the answer is we do not have a better rate than them. $2,300 is the rate. Expedia chose to mark it up to $4,400. And then they chose to buy up every travel site you can think of, so that when you price shop, all you see is $4,400. And if you call the hotel directly, that ain't going to help you either. Why? Because the hotels get all of their business from these same 2 companies who are monopolizing the travel space. And if you simply get rid of the markup, you simply get rid of all that artificial add-on, you can book for, again, 30, 50, 70% off. But as I mentioned to you earlier, big believer in documentation over conversation. So I'm going to play for you guys a very short clip from NBC News investigative reports. Here we go.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of 1 or 2 companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company.
Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by 1 of 2 companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
All right, guys, you got to hear it right there directly from NBC News investigative reports. The same 2 companies own every single travel site you can think of, and calling the hotel directly is not going to help you either. This has allowed them to jack the price up, and they make billions and billions and billions of dollars every year, although they don't own anything travel related. They don't have a hotel. They don't have a car rental agency. How are they making their money? Just look at the screen. The actual price is $1,923. These guys jack it up to $5,000, and that ends tonight. We're bringing a brand new model to the travel space. I call it the Netflix model. If you think about Netflix, they don't make money selling movies. They make money, right, selling a membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies. Guys, we don't make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book travel with no markup. Hence, you're booking for $1,900 instead of $5,000. And that's true on, again, hotels, rental cars, cruises, show tickets, concert tickets, dining, shopping. There's so many ways you're going to save money. You're going to save thousands of dollars more than the membership even cost. What about cruises? We have every cruise line you can imagine. Here's their price. Here's our price, guys. We just saved the consumer $1,400. We can sit here and do this all night long. Now, the thing that made us really big is what I'm about to show you next. This is our Dreamcation portal. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how they can have an unbelievable vacation every single year. Now, understand this up front. This is not a timeshare. Never, ever, ever, ever buy a timeshare. There are no contracts. You guys can cancel anytime you wish without any penalties. There are no blackout dates. You can book 24/7, 365. There's no lack of places to go. We have 360,000 rooms in our getaways alone. That doesn't even include the world tours, just in the getaways. 360,000 rooms available right this very second. No lack of places to go. There's no presentations. You don't have to become a travel agent. Guys, we are bringing a brand new model to the industry and people absolutely love it. Now, when it comes to our getaways, you can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, flat screen TV. They're typically 7 nights, 8 days. This is a studio right here. This is a place that my wife and I went to not that long ago. This is Garza Blanca. It's here in Cabo San Lucas. By the way, I forgot that we are recording, so I can't tell you the price of this because we're recording tonight. But this was an absolutely incredible place. This is one of the 2 vacations we get to go on every single year. Here's the Canary Islands. Guys, you can go with a 5-star for $1 per night. Maybe you want to go to Cabo San Lucas. In fact, our owner was just down there, David Hart, the owner of our companies. We're like $100 million. He can go on vacation anywhere he wants, but he uses the platform just like everybody else. He went down to Cabo San Lucas at a beautiful, unbelievable resort. Got a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, overlooking the entire ocean, and he was only paying like $250 for all 7 nights, 8 days. You want to go get a place right outside of Disney. Again, a 2-bedroom, full kitchen, living room, got a bedroom for the kids, a bedroom for you. It's only $142. That's the price for your entire family for the entire 8 days. Now, the signature thing we do is our world tours. We have 10 to 18 of these a month. And guys, they're at preset date, preset destination. So we have people from all over the world going to the same place at the same time. And when you go on a world tour, they're always 4- and 5-star resorts. Almost always there's food involved. But when you go on a world tour, it's not just about the place and the price. You're going to meet people from everywhere. My wife and I were in Prague last year. 5-star resort. We were there for $1, breakfast included. And so, yes, it was unbelievable to be in a 5-star, breakfast included for $1. But there were 300 people there from 22 different countries. And it just takes the experience to a whole new level. Guys, we're selling experience you simply cannot buy online, right? This is a place that we were at in Cancun. Just to show you this real quick, this is an all-inclusive, all the food, all the drinks, everything included, right? There's the pool, there's the swim-up bar, you get all the alcohol you want, right? There's the beach, the hammocks. We had this incredible city view. There's the sunset. Hey, guys, we had a jacuzzi on our balcony. Now, here's my wife drinking champagne. Where'd she get the champagne? It was in our room when we arrived. Guys, this is all the food, all the drinks. We only paid $399 to be here for all 5 days. Now, here's Crete, Greece. I mean, look at this resort here. It's only $179. All the food, all the drinks, everything included. Now, here's a place that we went to, by the way, in Sicily, Italy. You can see right here, we are once again, all the food, all the drinks, everything included, oceanfront for a few $100s. This is a place we went to. In fact, I got to be careful here because we're recording. This is a place we went to in Vail, Colorado. This is one of the nicest ski resorts in the entire world. And guys, we were here for next to nothing. All right. How about going to Venice, Italy? $259. Dubai, you're there for 6 days, 5-star, $7. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada? You're going to be at a 5-star, 5 days for $19. That's $4 per night. You want to be on the beaches of Hawaii? It's only $100 a day. You want to go, by the way, to one of the nicest hotels. They actually won an award for this. Won an award for one of the nicest hotels in the entire world. This is for you, your spouse, your 2 kids, breakfast and dinner included. It's only $349 to go. You want to go to the Maldives and get that private bungalow right above the water? Again, we got places all over the world, and we have 3 levels of membership. We have our small, our medium, and then the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, $52 per month. I'm getting to book it better than travel agent rates. Again, on hotels, rental cars, shopping, dining, show tickets. Guys, you're going to save thousands of dollars, and it only costs $52 a month. For $22 more per month, I'm getting one actual vacation per year. That's our medium membership. Now, the pricing's not quite as sexy as I showed you throughout the presentation. The presentation showed you our pricing for the biggest membership. With the medium membership, when I showed you the Canary Islands for $1 per night, that was assuming you had the biggest membership. If you have the medium membership, it costs you about 14 bucks a night. You're thinking like, wait a minute, a 5-star for 14 bucks a night? That's still amazing. I know, it's just not as good as platinum. And then we have the platinum. It's our number one seller. 95% of our sales come in at platinum. Here you're getting a 4- and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months. You're getting the tier 1 pricing. And guys, to get the platinum, by the way, all you got to do is pay one time, $269, one time only. And then it's going to be $135 per month starting 30 days later. Now, that is until you tell 3 other people. Because once you tell 3 other people and they buy the same level of membership you have, at that moment, you're earning more in commission than you're paying for the membership. And they take your membership cost straight out of your commissions, no longer coming off your credit card. You've covered the entire expense. So I got a membership that's saving me thousands of dollars per year. I'm going on 2 amazing vacations every 12 to 14 months. And now that I shared it with 3 people, I'm not even paying for the membership. You say, well, Todd, tell me about the money-making side. Well, guys, that is a $99 decision. I get the replicated website, the back office, the marketing videos, the training, Trevorium University, and then I go see a local tax professional, and I find out that because I have a home-based travel business, I can write off my house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on your automobile. Guys, you can go to Google and put in home business tax advantages. You can go to ChatGPT. You can go to Barnes & Nobles or Amazon and buy best-selling books. Better yet, set an appointment with a local tax pro. You're going to find out that the average person is going to save $400 to $500 a month just in tax savings if you have a business that you're running with a legitimate intention for a profit. Well, guys, if you're saving $400 to $500 a month in taxes and the membership only costs $135, is it costing you money or is it making you money? Again, there's so many ways that you're going to win with our company if you're not traveling the world for free. After tonight, you have to look in the mirror and say, it's on me, because we're removing every barrier you can imagine. And then when it comes to our compensation program, guys, very simple model. It's a model called incentivized sharing. So rather than wasting tens of millions of dollars in television commercials, how about we give the customer an unbelievable deal? They can book 30, 50, 70% off. Then we give them the incentive to share those savings with their friends and family. Share those savings online, on social media, and it just begins to spread. And as you saw there a moment ago, right? If you go out and tell 3 other people, at that moment, you have your entire membership being covered by the commissions you're earning from telling 3 people. Well, how many moms are like, wait a minute, I tell 3 other moms how to legitimately save big time money in travel, and my kids are going on those kinds of vacations for practically nothing? I mean, be right back. And that is the mechanism that's caused us to spread to 81 countries, and we're getting bigger every single month. Now, why is that a big deal? Here on the screen, this is Warren Buffett, the 5th richest man in the entire world. And this is his quote: unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you are going to work until the day you die. Now, why would he say that? Because we've reached this inflection point with how we earn income in the United States. You know, the old model, go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job, it's all going to be okay. Guys, it ain't going to be okay. It isn't going to be okay, and everybody knows that. One of the fastest growing segments of the global economy is the gig economy. People are doing Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Instacart, Airbnb. They're doing Amazon and eBay and TikTok videos, YouTube videos, all kinds of crazy things, because I can't make a living with the old model. We've gone from the 1-income family, 1 person working, and you had this great lifestyle, to the 2-income family, to the 3-income family, to today. Mom and dad are working full time. They're driving Uber on the weekend. And guys, the truth is that 7 out of 10 Americans are not even middle class. Well, when you look at our compensation program, it's a very simple plan. You're going to go out there and build 2 legs. So let's assume the first person you brought on was Curtis, who started this entire Zoom tonight. He's going to do the flights training here in just about 2 seconds. And let's say that you bring on me. You got Curtis in your left leg. You got me in your right leg. Anybody else that you bring on from here on out forevermore is going to go down below Curtis or me, one of the 2. You're just driving 2 legs straight down. Well, let's assume you bring on 4 people, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You go out there and you tell a couple people each, right? They tell a couple of people each. You do the same thing. You got 8 customers in your left leg, 8 customers in your right leg. On average, you're earning $500 to $550 per month. Well, those 8 customers in each leg tell a couple people each. You do the same thing. Now you got 25 customers in the left leg, 25 in the right leg. On average, you're in that $1,500 to as much as $2,000 per month range. From there, those 25 people on each side tell a couple people each. You do the same thing. Well, my gosh, now you're earning, 2,100 minimum, and many people are earning 3,000 to 4,000 per month. They go out and tell 1 person each. You do the same thing. You now are a 4-star director. You're making, again, in the neighborhood of 3,000 minimum. Some people are earning as much as 5,000 per month. They tell 1 person each. And now you become an ambassador in our company. And as an ambassador, you're earning $9,000 to $12,000 per month. And guys, as your team continues to grow, so will your income, right? When you become an ambassador, we have all kinds of amazing perks for you. You get the Louis Vuitton experience. You get access to the multi-million-dollar properties that our company's purchasing. I mean, they're buying one in Cabo San Lucas literally as I speak. I mean, it's one of the nicest places in all of Cabo San Lucas. And when you become an ambassador, okay, and some people have gotten here in 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. We had a lady do it in 2 months. Maybe it takes you 2 years. Maybe it takes you 5 years. But when you get here, you're earning $9,000 to $12,000 per month residual. You're getting, the ambassador vacation every year. Plus, you're going to have access to these multi-million-dollar homes where you can go there with your friends, your family, and have an amazing time, right? I mean, it's just something brand new our company's doing. They continue to innovate. We continue to explode in growth. But guys, I want to get out of the way. I want to bring on just a couple of people real quick to kind of just share their story of what they've experienced with the company. And the very first place I want to go is to the United Kingdom. We have Mahmouda, who is up in the middle of the night in the UK. But Moo, if you don't mind, you've been with the company how many years now?
It's about 6 years, I believe.
Okay. And if you don't mind, how the whole thing happened and what kind of trips you've been on, and maybe even share with people how you got your first 3.
Right. I joined purely for the savings. I wasn't interested in the business side of it, but I found myself talking about it anyway. And because I was talking about it, it was just growing organically. But what I did first was I took a friend on holiday with me and she signed up. It was like as soon as we got back from our holiday from Spain, I think I spent £89 or something like that for a 5-star hotel. We got to the hotel and she was like, "Are you sure we're in the right place?" Because it was absolutely stunning. And she stood by the doors with the suitcases. I went and registered and they were like, "Oh, welcome, Mrs. Hill." And I'm like, "Thank goodness for that. It was real. This was absolutely real." And I was at Prague with you, Todd. Met Gina for the first time. I've met so many wonderful people from this company, and I've got to say, it's like family. I was widowed 19 years ago now, and this has changed my life. It's made me feel a lot happier. I'm this time of year, normally I'd be in tears all the time because all my kids' birthdays and it's coming up to his death anniversary. But now, yes, I'll cry on the day, but most of the time I'm happy because I've got this family, this amazing company that I absolutely adore. And I went to New Orleans and met Coach D and Pastor Mel and all the rest of the group. And I saved on that one trip £1,720, which works out to a year and a half worth of membership. So if I wasn't doing it as a business, I was still quids in. I don't know if you understand that when I say quids in. But yeah, I just absolutely love it. And I didn't do just one trip that year, I did 6. So it's a
Wow.
no-brainer. What are you sitting on the fence for? Just do it.
Absolutely incredible. By the way, and again, guys, Boo literally took people on vacation with her, right? And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. This is amazing." And they signed up. So she got her 3. She doesn't pay for the membership. She gets the 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months, living her best life. Hey guys, I want to go on and see, do we have Miss Hillary with us here? I know she's on. I was trying to get her
Yes.
unmuted. There we
Yes,
go.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you. Hey, Miss Hillary, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm at a noisy conference. I'm hiding.
Well, if you don't mind, with everyone that's here tonight, what you do for a living, how you learned about the program, and some of the kind of trips you've been on.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much for having me on. This call is incredible. 360 people want to know more. It's just humbling. But yeah, I basically am a business owner and I own an Airbnb myself, and I'm a property manager for other investors of Airbnbs across the country. And from what I'm seeing, I've been doing this over 8 years, is the culture of Airbnb is changing. And just like the lady that just mentioned it earlier, I'm sorry, I forgot her name, is that people like me travel solo, but they want to join other people. It's a community, and it's just changed my life. I can't, tell you everything I've done, but I basically traveled 26 times last year for 7 weeks straight in Europe. I went to 2 world tours, Portugal, Algarve, stayed at a beautiful 5-star resort, my very first time staying at a 5-star resort. And I met up with you and your beautiful wife, Gina, in Sicily, Italy. And then I went all over Italy. I went to Florence and Roma and Amalfi Coast. And then fast forward this year, I went for 10 weeks to Europe. I went island hopping in Greece, went to the Greece World Tour, which was so much fun. And then I went dune buggy driving, and I've stayed at so many places. And then after that, I went to Croatia for 2 weeks, Italy for a whole week, and then I worked my way across 5 countries to go visit a friend in Copenhagen. But this business has just been epic. I have one of my best friends in the company now, along with some other people, and I've saved over $20,000 in 2024, as well as wrote off taxes of $25,000 in 2024. So not only am I a happier girl, just like that other lady said, because now I have friends, and I cannot wait to meet up with people like Eartha and Edis and Jeannie and so many friends, Jackie, all over the world. It's just been life-changing.
Well, hey, Hillary, congratulations to you and all your success. 'Cause I know you're also making money with the company. You're growing your business. You're traveling the world. You're living your best life. You're inspiring countless other people all around the world. Hey, if she did it, maybe I can do it too. And we congratulate you. We salute you. By the way, we want to go to Randy Rogers out of Kansas City, a guy you know well. He's going to be our last one tonight before we go do our flights training. But I love this story because, guys, this is everyday, just average people that are just changing their life because they're going out there and showing, people how to do the one thing they've always wanted to do at a price they never knew was possible. But hey, Randy, if you don't mind sharing your story, then we're going to take this back to Curtis and get into that flights training.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on here tonight. I really appreciate it. And I love hearing Hillary's story. But anyways, my name's Randy Rogers from Kansas City, Missouri. Been a carpenter for about 30 years. Got involved with this company about 3 years ago. I had some friends that suggested this as a side project, right? They had a blueprint, they said, that would allow me to make some extra money, right? I was struggling, swinging a hammer 60 to 80 hours a week, trying to make a living, buy back my life. And they said they had a blueprint. They said if I just plug into this blueprint, which I did, I just sent someone right here to watch exactly what you're watching tonight. And I watched it and I got my questions answered, but I plugged in. They said, if you'll share it with 3 people, you can get your membership paid for. So not only are you putting your vacations on layaway at wholesale, which was awesome, right? If you shared it with 3 people, not even coming off your credit card. I said, that's awesome. And as a good carpenter, I checked off the boxes, right? As soon as I got 3 people, the very next day, the company started paying me $4.45 a day. Paid for my membership. I thought, this is incredible, guys. This is amazing. I'm working 60 to 80 hours a week, but I'm sharing this in the nooks and crannies of my day. The 2 things I didn't have for 30 years, guys, don't miss this. I didn't have leverage and I didn't have residual income. I was trading time for money. I wish I would have had that for 30 years. But when I learned this concept and I shared it with 3 people, those people got excited and started sharing. And it started taking me through the compensation plan organically. They were using it before I could even use it. Don't miss that, right? So they started sharing. It went to $10 a day, and then it went to $25 a day. And this is what I want to close with. For everybody out there that's wondering how they can create an additional income stream, can you rely on it? Can you replace your income? Are you looking to retire your spouse, income into your retirement years? Yes, you can. So this is what happened. Took me nearly 30 years in construction to build a retirement pension. In just under 2 years, doing this in the nooks and crannies using the magic of part-time, I reached that number. And I never looked back, guys. I decided to go all in. So anyways, if you're looking for something that can help you with your income, if you're looking for something that can get you more time with your friends and your family and experiences so you can go all over the world, I look at it as the bridge for me. This opportunity is the bridge that's taking people from where they are to where they want to go. And if you want to go, come on and cross this bridge with us. But thanks, Todd, for letting me share.
I appreciate that, Randy. Again, congratulations to you and Hillary and Mahmouda and everyone that shared their story tonight. But guys, I want to get out of the way of greatness. I want to bring on Curtis Cross, a guy who's a bona fide travel expert, been in the travel industry for over 15 years as a travel agent, studied every kind of program you can imagine under the sun. And somewhere along the way, he specialized in all of these travel hacks. I mean, guys, I've been doing travel for a long time. I've never heard the information you're about to hear, not from one single person other than this guy right here, right? You are with the right guy, right time, right place. If you want to book a flight and save some money. In fact, I know we got Dave Meany on here tonight. Just last night, Dave's like, oh my gosh, Curtis, I did that stuff you talked about, man. You saved me a whole bunch of money. And so, hey guys, without any further ado, let's turn this over to an incredible leader, incredible guy. Him and Bev are just sold to the earth, amazing people. But Curtis Cross, take it away, my friend.
Yes, sir, man. Amazing call as always. Guys, if you don't know, we do these calls every day, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can always bring your guests to these calls. It's all about helping our people win. We want to make sure that everybody get a chance to see that they can save money on travel. So if you're asking yourself, is all this stuff real? Absolutely. It's definitely real. And tonight, I'm just going to just use a little bit of time here to break down some ways that you can save money on your flights. Now, tonight, I'm going to ask you to do something, okay? Tonight, we're going to use the honor system, all right? This is going to be the honor system. For those of you that's guests, we was literally going to say, just kick all the guests out. But I said, you know what? Let's do the honor system. If you're like, you know what? I'm going to get my membership. If you're going to get your membership, feel free to stay on this call and go through these amazing trainings that we're going to be breaking down. It's going to be literally just showing you how to save money on your plane ticket. So you heard Coach Strand talk about a penny flight, right? Yes, you can actually fly for 1 penny, and we'll get to that before we jump off this call. Now, some of you kind of used to some of the ways I kind of present, and I love to get you guys active. I want to make sure that you're really paying attention. So I'm going to be asking you to do some things in the chat, and this is all going to all flow together, okay? I'm going to be making points, but I want to make sure that all of you guys are with us. Now, we'll even, if you guys love it, we'll even give you guys a part 3. We'll give you guys a part 3 of what we're going to break down tonight. And because we got a lot of new people on, we're going to go back a little bit and just kind of touch up on some of the things we taught on the previous training, if that's okay with you. All right. So if that's okay with you guys, put some 7s in the chat. We're about to go ahead and get this call started. Those of you that's guests, welcome to the team. Congratulations, by the way. We're looking forward to working with you. All right. There you go. You said it. So let's go. So this is our cheap flights training. Hopefully you're taking some notes tonight. This is going to be, I got everything kind of in some slides like PowerPoint that make it kind of flow a little easier, and feel free to do some screenshots and that kind of stuff if you desire. All right. So here we go. Our cheap flights training for today. Now, what I would like to do, what I like to start with is this. Tip number 1, be flexible. If you can be flexible when it's time for you to fly out, you're going to get the best deals. Now, I do know that sometimes you just can't be flexible. It don't work out, right? But if you can be flexible, you're going to get the best deals. Now, this is why this works so well with this company. Listen, y'all, I was a travel agent for over 15 years. I know hotel hacks, but they don't beat the deals that we get with Travorium. Okay, so I want you to understand what you have your hands on. So the deals that we get here on the resorts, the hotels, and rental cars, stuff like that, it's amazing. Amazing. So if you already know that we get good deals on hotels, the only biggest cost could possibly be would be what? It would be the plane ticket. So that's why we're sharing with you guys some secrets today. All right. So being flexible, because we can get our rooms very low pricing because of this awesome company, Trevorium, it's going to allow us to have some flexibility most of the time. So keep that in mind. Now, here's what I need you to do in the chat. Okay. I want to make sure you guys are with me. I want you right now to go into the chat box below, and I want you to type in a airport that is near your house. Okay. One that's near your house. This airport might be 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, 20 minutes away. Just type in the name. You can type in the name of it. You can type in the city it's located in. It don't matter, however you want to do it. Okay. Now I need you guys all participating because it's going to help you to understand how this works. Now, if you're looking at your chat right now, it's going crazy, right? We got a lot of different places in there. Okay. And I'm going to show you the second side to this. So the first tip was be flexible. Remember that. This is going to end up being the second tip. Okay. So now that you're typing in the airport that is near your house, that's near you, you've done that. Here's the second part. The second part is I want you to type in an airport that's farther away from you. Now, this airport might be an hour away. It might be 2 hours away, maybe 3 hours. Whatever that airport is, type that airport in the chat as well. So if you're just joining us, the first thing you had to do is type in an airport that was near your house. The second one you want to do is you want to type in one that's further away. All right. Boom. Man, the chat is going crazy. Okay, good. Now, hopefully you guys already kind of seeing where this is going. Let me ask you guys a question and y'all can reply in the chat. Have y'all noticed that it's often cheaper to fly out from the further airport? Have y'all noticed that? It's like if I drive 2 hours, I can get the plane ticket cheaper. Y'all notice that? Now, this is where this is all going to start making sense, and we haven't even really got into it yet. Okay, watch this. If you look at the chat, you're going to notice that some of you, what you said that was the further away airport, some of you saw that the second time. Okay, some of you saw it the first time. In other words, it's the same airport. How is it that the airport in Charlotte is cheaper for me to fly out of, but the people who live in Charlotte, it's more expensive for them to fly out of that one, and it's cheaper for them to fly out of Myrtle Beach? Why is that? It's because when you go online to book your plane ticket, the system is searching your IP address to see where you're located. And it's going to take the airports that's farther away and it's going to give you the good deals. But the ones in your backyard, they're going to take the prices up. It's not fair. Well, there's a lot of things that's not fair, right? There's a lot of things not fair. You just saw Mr. Todd Strand break down in the presentation how you have booking.com and these companies owning all of these online travel sites, jacking up the prices. It's not fair. So now I'm going to show you some things you can do to fix that. So one of the things, there you go. Somebody just, Miss Bird just said it. You got it. So one of the things you can do is you can search in incognito mode. If you don't know what that is, if you're on your browser, you're on the internet, you can just go file and then private, or it'll say incognito mode. If you do that, it's going to literally basically make it look like they can't see your information. So you can get some good deals that way. Another way would be able to do a IP changer. And there's quite a few IP changes out there. This is one we used years ago. Don't buy it. Okay. It don't matter of fact, it's not even good. I'm just putting in the slide so you can understand how this works. There's IP address changers that you can get to make it look like you live in France, but you're booking your airplane out of New York. So your tickets will be lower in New York, okay? But you don't have to do that now because you can actually do it in incognito mode, or I see somebody put in there DuckDuckGo. That's another IP address changer. Yes, you can use that as well. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just kind of rapid pace, okay? Because I will do a part 3 to this, all right? Now, here's a website. You want to all screenshot this. The website is flights.google.com. Okay, flights.google.com. Now, this is actually a website that's developed by Google. Okay, it's actually developed by Google. But I don't want to just give you websites. I want to show y'all how I use them. Okay. I was able to get some amazing deals. Matter of fact, we literally just got back in. Last week we were in Orlando, Florida for the whole week, 8 days. We had a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 2 kitchens. I mean, it was amazing property. We paid $49 for 8 days. Okay, now watch this. My wife and I and our 3 children, we bought 5 round trip plane tickets from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to Orlando, Florida. We paid $62.30. Not per person. We paid $62.30 for all 5 plane tickets. All right. Maybe I'll show you that here in a few moments. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. I'm excited. So I'm going to go ahead and log into this one real quick. Let's do some real stuff. Okay. This is going to be flights.google.com. Yo, I got the hookup for y'all tonight. Y'all on tonight. Let's go. I'm going to show y'all exactly how I use this website. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Just give me one moment.
And now, Kurt, I know you got the entire place. Say, wait a minute, you went for where for what price? $62? Are you kidding me?
$62 for 5 round trip plane tickets. Absolutely.
You can't take the family to McDonald's for $62.
Exactly right. I know that for sure. So here is flights.google.com. Do not put www in front of it. It don't work that way. Okay. So just in case, just go flights.google.com, or you can do google.com/travel/flights. It's easier to just go flights.google.com. Now, here's how I use this website. I didn't do my disclaimer a little earlier. Okay. My disclaimer is this particular training right now, if there's anything you don't like about the training, don't blame Trevorium. Okay. Blame Curtis. All right. I want to be very clear. Okay. Now, here's the I'm going to pull this up. So here's how I use it. You want to put in where you want to fly from. Well, I live close to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay. So I'm going to fly out of Myrtle Beach. I can show y'all some good deals by showing you farther away stuff, but I want to show you what I'm teaching actually works. So here's Myrtle Beach, which is MYR. That's the code for the airport. And watch this. I'm not going to put in where I want to go. Okay. I'm not going to put in where I want to go. And I'm not going to put in when I want to go. And I'm not going to put in when I want to return. What I'm doing right now is I'm making Google give me the best deals that's out. I'm making them do my market research. Okay. I want to be very clear on this. So I'm putting in where I want to fly from, but I'm not putting in any other info. Now, you might be saying, well, Curtis, why would you be wanting to do that anyway? Here's why. The deals that we get in our back office with Trevorium is so great. You can go anywhere, right? So look, my wife and I were like, hey, let's find a good deal and let's go travel. You know what I'm saying? So here's how we do it. Here it is, Myrtle Beach. I'm just going to hit explore. It's going to work for me. It's doing the searching right now. I want you to already see what we got. I can go to Boston round trip for $98. I can go to Las Vegas round trip for $2. And by the way, I'm going to show y'all how to discount these prices too. Okay. We just getting started. Let's go. All right. Las Vegas, $207. That's round trip. I can go to Atlanta round trip, $259. That's round trip. Okay. I can go to Los Angeles, $266 round trip. I can go to New York round trip for $100 round trip. Okay. And I can do this all day long. Okay. Look, it don't matter. Washington, D.C., $176. New Orleans, $98 round trip. Miami, Florida, $110. Is that crazy? It's out of this world. Oh man, it looked like I didn't even realize this. It looked like we're over time already. I'm joking. We got a lot of time. Let's go, man. I'm just getting started. Here we go. All right. So now let me show y'all how you can actually further the discount I just gave you guys. Okay. So I just showed you how to use flights.google.com. And basically we're using that to make it search for us. We're basically making Google do the work. Google is basically saying, Here's the deals that you have available to you. Here's the dates. Here's how much it's going to cost. And what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to start putting in some hacks. I don't like to use the word hacks a lot, but I'm going to use the hacks because it's pretty cool. But it's really just travel tips. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. All right. I'm all fired up right now. So, matter of fact, let me go back to the site and I'm gonna show y'all live. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm gonna go right back to flights.google.com. Okay. So I want you to look at this now. So this is saying New York City. Uh-oh. Let me go back. 1 minute. This is crazy, y'all. This is about to blow. I'm about to give y'all a tip right now that if you travel a little bit, it will save you thousands of dollars. If you travel a little bit, it'll save you thousands of dollars for sure. Here we go. Just give me a minute here. I actually went off of my search. No problem. Y'all learning anything already? Let me know in the chat if y'all learning something already, because we just getting started, by the way. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right.
You got yes, amazing. Yes,
Game
amazing.
time.
Yes, amazing.
Here we go. All right. I got it back up. Let's go. So as you see here, the one I showed you right here is Boston, $98. That's round trip. Okay. And you see New York right here, $100 round trip. You see Washington, D.C., $176. Well, how about me showing you how to get this Boston trip for 1 penny? Would y'all want me to show y'all that, or y'all want me to just pass over that and then do it on the third call? Because I listen, we can do a whole third call and I don't even have to use any of the stuff I'm giving y'all right now. We got that many tips. It's crazy. All right. I thought y'all want to know. Here we go. So with Boston, with this Boston one, now the trips I'm showing you right now is based off of Spirit. I do know that some of y'all don't want to fly Spirit. I get it. But let me give you a couple of tips. Okay. One of the reasons that people don't like to fly Spirit is because they say Spirit charge for everything. They do. Okay. They're going to charge for everything. You want some crackers? They're going to charge it. You want something to drink? They're going to charge it. You want
the bathroom?
They charge it, man. But here's how I love Spirit, by the way. I fly Spirit very often. I'm going to tell you about some of the things that you can do for Spirit. So one of the things is a lot of people will say, well, Curtis, I'm tall. I'm tall. I'm not tall, but people will tell me they're tall. And with Spirit, the reason their price is so low is because they added seats to the plane. So you're sitting a little closer than most planes. But don't worry, I'm about to show y'all how to fix that. Okay. So you all should be all travel club members. If you're not yet, you should be tonight. Okay. You need to get your memberships. Matter of fact, you can pause right now and message the person who's got you on this call and say, I want a membership. Okay. You can already go ahead and let them know even during the call right now. So here is a seating chart for Spirit. Spirit is going to charge you to get the big seats. They're going to charge you for the extra leg room and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, I never pick out my seats this way. Never, ever, ever, ever. Okay. When my wife and we flew to Orlando, Florida, we didn't go in there and pick our seats. If you're buying the tickets at the same time, they're going to put the seats beside each other. If you buy them at the same time. Now, if you buy one and then you log out, and then you log back in, you buy another one, now that's different. But if you buy them on the same itinerary, the seats are they're right there. I've never had it to be where we was in totally different areas. Okay. So it's because I'm buying my tickets at one time. But here's the thing. You see right here where it talk about this extra leg room? That's what we call the emergency row. Here's a tip. Y'all need to write this down. You, as a Travorium member, you are what we call in the travel professions. Okay, we call you a travel professional. You are a travel professional. When you get to the airport, when you go, you know how you get to your gate, right? To go ahead and get on the plane. You want to get to that area before they start calling out the different levels for people to board the plane. Okay. And you want to go up to them and you want to say, here it is, write it down if you want to. You want to say, I'm a travel professional. Do you need anybody to volunteer for the exit row? Don't worry, I'm going to say it again. You want to say, I'm a travel professional. Do you need anyone to volunteer for the exit row? And you're going to be able to get on the exit row without paying any money. Okay. Why the exit row? It's more space than first class by far. Okay. So let me give you some disclaimers to this part. You can't put anybody on the exit row that's younger than 18. So if you're flying with your young child, you can't do what I'm telling you right now. It won't work. Okay. So you got to be at least 18 or older, and you have to give them a verbal yes. They're going to come to you before they ain't even take off yet. They're going to come to you while you're sitting in the exit row, and they're going to give you a spiel. And the spiel is basically going to say something. It's going to sound like this. If there was any loss of pressure or anything happening, we had to make an emergency landing, would you be willing to open the exit door? That's basically what they're going to say to you. And you have to say yes. If you don't, they're going to make you get up. It's a requirement. You have to give a verbal yes that you're willing to assist. You're willing to open the door. Well, let me tell you something about Curtis Cross. If something happened on the plane, I'm definitely opening the door. Okay. So I am perfectly fine with saying, yes, I will open the door. Okay. I'm jumping over people to open the door. So I'm going to be on the exit row. Exit row me, please. Okay. So that's how we do that. So, all right. Now, the other thing about Spirit is they're real strict on their bag fees. They're real strict. Now, this is probably the part that if there's one thing I don't like about Spirit, it would only be this. The bag fees. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to show you how to look this up. You actually can just Google airline and then bag fees. You can actually do that. I'm going to show you right now. I did the homework for y'all already, just to give you an example. So here's how this works. Spirit will allow you a personal bag. That personal bag might be a duffel bag. It might be a laptop bag. Ladies, listen, it cannot be a laptop bag and a purse. If you are taking your purse need to fit in the other bag. You can't have two bags, or they're going to call that a carry-on, and they're going to charge you a fee. If you need a carry-on, always buy the carry-on online. Do not, I repeat, do not buy the carry-on the day of the flight, because they're going to charge you a lot of money, somewhere around $90. Okay. So don't don't get caught with having a big bag and then they're going to charge you at the gate. Okay. So once again, you got a personal item. My book bag have my laptop in it, my clothes. I roll my clothes up. I can do a whole training on that. But I have a book bag and I can put my laptop, my iPad, and my clothes in the bag. By the way, you're going to save so much money, you don't even have to take no clothes. You can buy all your clothes when you get there, okay? I'm about to show y'all in a minute. Don't worry, I got you. So here's the sizes right here. As you see, 8 by 14 by 18. That is a personal item. So if you want to know how that, and you can always go to the airport and test it out for yourself. I used to teach, don't take a bag with wheels on it if you're not paying for a bag. But you can. They do now have small bags with wheels on it. I just normally teach, don't take a bag with wheels on it unless you paid for a carry-on. Okay. Here's the carry-on sizes right here. Carry-on sizes is 10 by 18 by 22. That's the carry-on. Carry-on meaning you can take the bag on the plane and store it in your headspace. Okay. So you do have to pay extra for that carry-on. And it varies, but somewhere around $30, $35, somewhere around there. Okay. I haven't taken a carry-on bag in a long time because like I said, I'm getting the flight so cheap. I mean, we're getting penny flights. We'll buy our clothes there if we have to. And then this one is what we call a check bag. If you don't know what a check bag is, a check bag is when you first arrive to the airport, you go to the counter and you give them your bag. They're going to tag it and they're going to handle it for you. You don't have to walk through the airport with it. They're gonna run it through their system and they're gonna load it onto the plane for you. Once again, it's called check bags. Now remember this, because in a few moments I'm gonna go back through this on another training part of this, and you're gonna need to know kind of this information. So once again, check bags is when they put your bag under the plane. Okay. Carry-on bag is when you're walking through the airport with your bag, you get to your gate and they call your lane or whatever. You go in there and you check in and you take your bag with you and put it over your overhead. Okay. Personal item, same type thing, but typically you take your personal item bag and you put it under your seat instead of over your head. But they're not strict on that. You can put it over your head, but you know, they actually is designed for them to for you to put that under your seat, okay, or under the seat in front of you. Is basically how that works. Okay. What else here? Okay, all right, cool. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, let's go ahead and show y'all how you get this flight for 1 penny. Okay. Y'all thought I forgot. So how you get it for 1 penny? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do it this way. Let me go back. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the flights.google.com. If you see, here it is. If you see a flight that costs around $65 to $69, I would say $70 or less, one way. If the flight is less than $70 one way, that flight is only going to cost anywhere from $5 to 1 penny. Let me say it again. If you go online and you look at a flight, if the flight is about $70 or less one way, now I'm showing you Boston, $98 two ways, round trip. So you know both of those qualify. I can scroll down and I can show you New York City round trip for $100. Of course, that's going to qualify. Okay. So if the plane is less than $70 one way, that's going to be a penny flight or maybe $5 flight. Okay. Somewhere between $5 and 1 penny. How do you get it for that price? Here's the tip. You buy the ticket at the airport. Okay. Don't pay for it online. So what you would do, this is with Spirit. I'm talking about Spirit right now. Now, if you're a city or if you don't have a Spirit near you that you can fly out of, you can't use this today. Well, you might can use it when you go somewhere else, right? But how you would do it is, let's say I wanted to go to, hey, you know what? We're going to Orlando in February. Hopefully all of you guys are getting your tickets, right? I'm gonna see you guys there. So we're going to Orlando in February. What you need to do is, if there's a Spirit airline near you, you need to go there. If you don't have one in your area, but there's one you would drive to, anybody can get the ticket for you. Anybody can go to the counter and get the ticket. You don't have to be you. They just need your name. They need your date of birth and email address. Okay. And you can give them your address as well, but typically your name, your date of birth, and we'll give the email address for your ticket, your return, your receipt. Okay. So that's all they need, and they're going to be able to get that ticket. So this ticket right here to New York City, I guarantee you I wouldn't pay no more than $10, but I would probably pay 2 pennies. And then they're going to charge you taxes. Now, I can't help y'all on the taxes. All right. But that's how that works. So it's going to be 1 penny each way, and then you will end up paying the taxes. All right. Y'all got it? That's with Spirit. Now, last time we did a call, somebody was saying, Curtis, is Spirit the only flights company that allow that? And I kind of brushed the question off because I was saving some of this stuff for this particular class. And I'm still saving some more stuff for class number 3, okay? But I'm going to give y'all so much value here. I don't know how much time we're going with this call. I'm sorry I didn't ask how long we need to go. But I probably got another 12 slides, okay? But I'll make it, I condense it, okay? So let's go ahead and give you another airline that will allow you to do that as well. And it's Allegiant. Maybe you guys heard of Allegiant, okay? The website is allegiantair.com. So typically when I write out websites, I like to put like the first letter in it capital because it kind of helps to realize, remember it. So AllegiantAir.com. Now, how it works is Allegiant charges about, on average, they charges about $22 per ticket if you pay for it online. So you're going to save $22. And I'm talking about one way. So if you're round trip, you're talking about on average $44 per ticket that you're going to save if you buy it at the airport. Let me say it one more time. You got Spirit that will allow this, and you have Allegiant. Now, Allegiant is going to allow you, once again, you're going to save on average $22 per direction. So round trip flight, you're going to save on average $44 per person. Okay. So if you're talking about a family of 5, we just saved you over $200 just for you paying for this at the airport. Now, you pay for it when you want to book it, not when you want to leave. Don't do that. You pay for it when you want to book it, because if there's a deal going right now, I'm not the only one using these type of deals. I've been teaching this kind of stuff. So somebody else can go in there and buy it all out, and now you don't have a seat. So go ahead and get your tickets as soon as you can. Once again, that is AllegiantAir.com. Okay. And just give me a moment. Okay. So I just answered that question. I don't know if you saw it. Someone says, how do you take it from $100 to a penny? The way you do it is you're going to pay for it at the airport. That's how you do it. You're just going to pay for it at the airport. If you pay for it online, it's $100. If you pay for it at the airport, it's 1 penny. So I live near Myrtle Beach. So if you wanted to fly with Spirit, you could say, hey, Curtis, are you in Myrtle Beach this week? And I say, yeah, I'm going to be there tomorrow. You say, hey, could you get me a ticket? And you can literally let me go in there and I get your ticket for you and you're done. You just have to pay for it at the airport. That is it. There's no trickery. Okay? That makes sense? All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I got a lot of stuff. Let's see here. All right, Frontier. Here's another. Now, these 3 airlines so far that I've talked about, Spirit, Allegiant, Frontier, these are what we call budget-friendly airlines. Okay? These are budget-friendly airlines. These airlines is not going to wine and dine you. They're not giving out steak. They're not passing out the free stuff. If that's what you need, we ain't on that training yet. That's another. I got some stuff for that too, but these are budget-friendly airlines. Hey, I just want to get to this location safely. Okay. By the way, I didn't note earlier that Spirit is one of the safest airlines around. Check that out. It's one of the safest airlines. Okay. So I'll leave that there. Now, let's talk about Frontier. So Frontier, it's a budget airline once again. All of these airlines have some type of club. Okay. Frontier calls theirs the Den. Okay. You can actually join the Den. And once you become a Den member, you get access to some pretty cool deals. Okay. I'm not a Den member because I don't fly Frontier a whole lot. I fly Spirit. If Spirit goes there, I'm flying with them. Okay. I like to be in the Spirit. All right, let's keep going. So with Frontier, you can go on there and you can just do a regular search and you'll see some good deals. I'm not going to do that much on Frontier because it's pretty much cut and dry. You're going to see some good deals. Now, what I want to do now is I want to give you something that you can do this on your own at any time. It's something you can type in on Google. I don't have this in my slides, so I'll just say it. I'll read it probably 2 or 3 times for you, and it's going to help you out. Okay. So I didn't have time to put this in my slide deck here. But this is something you can literally just go to Google and you can type this in and you're gonna see how this works. So you can go to Google and you're gonna type the name of the airline. So for instance, if you like to fly Delta, Curtis, I only fly Delta. That's cool. Fly with who you want to fly with. I'm just here to save you some money, okay? So the name of the airline you want to fly with, and then you want to type airline. I'm sorry, you're going to type in fare calendar. So in other words, if it was Delta, Delta fare calendar, Spirit fare calendar, Allegiant fare calendar, Frontier, y'all with me? American Airlines, they all have fare calendars. Fare calendars aren't talked about enough in the travel industry. A fare calendar will literally tell you when you need to fly out to get the best deals. I'm literally going to pull it up right now for Delta. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. So this is a fare calendar for Delta. Now look at this. You just basically type in where you want to fly from. Don't worry about where you want to go to. Let the website do the work for you. So as you see, I'm set for Myrtle Beach. I can go from Myrtle Beach to New York City, round trip, $239. And that's with Delta. I get my snacks. Okay, so it's pretty cool. Now, if you have the points, now I'm not going to go into the points as far as with credit cards and stuff like that and using points. I can do that as well. I'm not tonight because that's a little more technical. I wanted to keep this kind of, real simple. All right. But look at this. Myrtle Beach to Orlando, Florida, $261. Me personally, I'm not going to use Delta to go to Florida because that's Spirit all day long. Spirit is going to be from Myrtle Beach to Baltimore, Myrtle Beach to New York, Myrtle Beach to Orlando, Myrtle Beach to Chicago, like all the Spirit. I'm only, unless it's sold out on Spirit, I'm flying with Spirit. Okay. So hopefully y'all got that one. That once again, you're typing in the name of the airline and then fare calendar. Okay. Tiffany says, I like snacks too, but guess what I do? Dollar Tree. Okay, I go right to Dollar Tree. Hello. All right. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So let's keep going. By the way, if you haven't rode a plane, I'm not gonna assume everybody has been on a plane before. But just make sure that you understand you can't take any like bottles of water and sodas and stuff like that. You can't do that. You can take it on the plane if you buy it in the airport, but you can't take it from outside the airport and put it on the plane. You can't do it that way. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's keep going. Y'all tired? If y'all get tired, y'all let me know. I ain't want to get y'all tired. All right. I don't want y'all to be tired. Let's see here. Yeah, you can freeze. Yeah, yeah. Most people's not going to do that, but yes, you can. All right, let's keep going here. Let's see here. All right, let me go back to my slide deck. Maybe we'll go 15 more minutes. Okay, 15 more minutes. What y'all think? It's cool. Here we go. Let me pull up a couple more hookups for y'all. All right, we're gonna take it 15 more minutes. All right, got it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the slide deck. You can actually do some more screenshots. Hopefully, y'all already wrote this one down. Flyfrontier.com. Once again, I'm not a member of the Den, but you can, and there's a deals tab up there at the top too, as you see it right there. You can click on the deals tab and see some deals as well. But that's how this works. Now, there is another website I'm about to bring to your attention. This particular website would have got banned, but there was a court case. And so let me tell you how that works. So this guy, he was about 19 years old at the time. This was years ago when this happened. This guy was about 19 years old, and he found a travel hack, and they actually called it a hack. He found a travel hack, and it was costing the airline so much money that they took him to court to sue him. And when they got to court and they went through the case, he won. He won. The judge says if he just found a way to save money, it's perfectly fine. We don't see nothing wrong with it. So here's what he found. Let's use me as an example. Okay, I live in South Carolina. Let's say I wanted to go to Chicago. So I want to fly from Myrtle Beach to Chicago. What this young guy, what he ended up finding out, he used the software and he noticed that it was cheaper for him to buy his plane ticket from Myrtle Beach but not to Chicago. Buy the plane ticket to New York City that just so happen to have a layover that stops in Chicago. Y'all get it? So I want to go to Chicago, but the system is going to say, Curtis, book the plane ticket to New York. It's going to stop in Chicago. When it stops in Chicago, get off the plane. Now, I want to give you a disclaimer. Please, I want to be very careful and make sure I explain this the right way. Remember earlier I told you it was 3 different types of bags. I don't know if y'all remember. It was 3 of them. It was personal bag, carry-on, check bag. Okay? In this particular hack, we're going to use that word, you do not use a check bag. I repeat, do not use a check bag for this hack. The reason is because your bag will end up being in New York City and you will be off in Chicago. So don't check a bag. You only do carry-ons. That is it. I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to say don't even vouch for carry-on. I'm going to say only do personal item. Here's why. Because there's times where these airline companies, they oversell themselves, right? And they don't calculate the luggage properly. So there's not enough space in the headroom for your carry-on. So what they'll do is they'll say, just leave it in the foyer area and we're going to take care of it for you. So in other words, they're going to upgrade you to a check bag, in other words. Well, that's not good for you because you're getting off in Chicago and they taking your bag to New York. Okay. So anything I can give you some tips on as far as like some things to watch out for, we're going to do that. All right. Now, that happened to you. Okay. Yeah. It can happen. Okay. So you have carry on and you have personal. Personal is basically a little small book bag, ladies' purse, laptop bag. That's personal. Okay. You can have clothes in it, but that's considered personal. Carry on is a little bit bigger and it's typically going to go above your head. But once again, if there's no room, they're going to say, we'll handle it for you. And now you don't have your bag with you. Okay. Now, watch this. I'm going to go ahead and show you this right here. So this one is Skip Lag. You can just go to skiplag.com. You don't have to put anything behind it. Just skiplag.com. And that's the website that will allow you to do that. And I might give you an example of that in a minute. But because of time, let me kind of keep going. I got 10 more minutes. This website right here, screenshot it. It's matrix.itasoftware.com. matrix.itasoftware.com. This is real good for researching to try to find out when is the good deals and that kind of stuff. I'm not going to really do a training on this. They all pretty much work the same way. There is one site that I want to do a little small breakdown for you here in a moment, but screenshot, let's go. Momondo. This site is another site that can save you money on your plane tickets. One of the things I like about Momondo is it actually, maybe I can show you real quick. Yeah, let me see if I can show you real quick. Give me a moment. Give me a moment here. We got 9 minutes. All right, let's go. I'm going to see if I can give y'all an example here. So remember earlier, let me erase some of this out and then I'm going to show y'all. This is on Momondo.com. Momondo.com. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show y'all something that's pretty cool. This actually have AI technology built into this one. Okay, there's about 3 sites that I have that will use AI technology built into it. And this is what I've been telling travel agents, y'all. I'm telling travel agents, listen, it's nothing wrong with being a travel agent, but the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking, like for real. As much as you don't want it to happen, it's going to happen. The clock is ticking because I can use AI and say, plan me out a trip. I want all the itineraries. I want to do some excursions. I want to be able to do some four-wheel riding. Like it will It will break it all the way down for you and tell you what vendor to use to get it at the best price. Like, I used to say you need a travel agent because sometimes with a travel agent, if this happened with 50 Cent one time, the rapper 50 Cent had to go rap out of the country and he was on stage and he started cursing and the officials came up to him. They were shutting him down because you can't curse in that particular part of the country. So you see what I'm saying? A travel agent could have said, hey, you don't want to curse over there in this area. That's where travel agents became real good for, right? But now we got AI. AI is doing that for us. So I've been trying to warn them. So here we go. Let's get back to this. So Momondo.com, here we go. We got Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I mean, Myrtle Beach. And I'm not going to put in where I want to fly to. Okay. Y'all see that? I'm going to leave this blank. I should have left the dates off too. So what happened is when I hit search, check how cool this is. It's going to ask me, it's going to say, you know where you want to go. You can select the airport. Or look at this. You don't know where you want to go, so you can see where you can go on your budget. Is that cool? It's going to do this work for me. This is out of this world. So I'm going to hit explore and it's going to do basically what Google Flights did. Okay. It's basically going to do the same thing. So this is Momondo. Now, another thing about Momondo is you can come in here and you can click on AI and you can say, I want to find a flight without a delay and I want it to be less than $300 and I want to go to Vegas. And it will literally find you that flight for that dollar amount. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm trying to cover a lot of this stuff here. We will do a part 3 if you guys want to do a part 3. Okay. Skyscanner. Screenshot it. Skyscanner is real good. A lot of travel agents. I used to use this as a travel agent as well. It's as well as matrix.itasoftware.com. A lot of travel agents back in the day would use that. Don't use it as much anymore because I have too many ways to save now on plane tickets. Let's keep going. Jetcost.com. This is another good one to help you find some good deals. You will have to go in there and click on your country if you're out of the United States and your language. You can put this in any language. You're gonna have to do that as well. Okay. So that's jetcost.com. Make sure you guys screenshot this. Okay. All right. And then vflyus.com. That's the letter V, flyus.com. This site deals, I wouldn't even share this for a while because it kind of gave me the sounds too good to be true. Like I wanted the research to come. Let me make sure this is real because some of the deals was just out of this world. But this is a good website to use and it is real. It works. Okay. You also have trip.com. Trip.com. I haven't used this one as far as flying with. I'll come in here and just research some trips. But I'm still kind of experimenting with this, but got good reviews for this particular site. So I did add it to my actual slide deck here. And then you have kiwi.com. Kiwi.com is another good one. Kiwi.com. That's a good one. Okay. Now, let's end with this. I'm gonna pretty much end with this. So here's what I want to do now. Matter of fact, 2 more things. I'm gonna do 2 more things here. Well, 3 more things. So I didn't give y'all how to make payments on your plane tickets. I think that's very important. Did y'all know that there's a scarcity tactic built into traveling, especially plane tickets? Scarcity meaning you went online today to look for a flight to go to Jamaica, and then tomorrow it was $80 more. And then the next day it's $130 more. And it seems like every single day the price of the plane keep going up. Why is it keep going up? Well, it's going up for one because it's checking that you've already viewed that site. It's looking at your cookies and you can clear them out on your computer. Okay. Another thing you can do is search in incognito mode. We talked about that earlier, or what we call private as a private mode. You can do that as well. Okay. So yeah, it can go up. So what you want to do is you want to do it in incognito mode or private window. Also, I don't know if you guys know this. If you're looking up your travel, your plane tickets in particular, if you're looking them up on a Apple device. Now, I'm an Apple person. I love Apple. I love iPhones and iPads and MacBooks and uh I got all of them, right? Did you know that your prices is often higher if you're using the iOS device versus using the Android or Windows device? They're assuming that you got more money if you have an Apple device, and they're charging you more money on your bookings. So, um, we don't want that, but check incognito mode. That typically still can help with that. Okay, that's why we use incognito. Okay. Now, let me show y'all how to make payments on your plane tickets. And this is important because, like I said just now, prices can keep going up because they're using the scarcity tactic. So those of you that's planning on going to Orlando, Florida for the conference, I hope to see you guys there. We're gonna have an amazing time. So the conference is in February. Well, you need to go ahead and reserve your plane ticket now because it's gonna be a good deal. And if you're like, well, Curtis, it's X amount of dollars, and I really don't have that in the budget right now. Well, guess what? You can make payments on your plane ticket, and they will literally buy your ticket for you now. So you're gonna pay a deposit, and they're gonna lock in your plane ticket as if you paid for it. And they're not gonna charge you any interest, but they will charge you a service fee. Okay. But the service fee is worth it by far. Okay. It's worth it. Okay. Matter of fact, you'll never see me do a training in something and talking about something if I don't like it. If I don't like it, it's not, you won't even hear about it. Okay. So let me show you how to do this. So there's 2 sites we're going to feature tonight on this particular call. And then on part 3, we're going to show you 2 more. But these 2 is actually my favorite 2. The first one is called Airfordable. It's airfordable.com. Airfordable.com. So it's going to allow you to make payments on your plane ticket. There's no credit checks. There's no interest, but there is a service fee. I want to be very clear. They're going to charge you a small service fee for doing this for you. They're also not going to give you your ticket until you pay it all off. Okay. So you can't trick them. They got your ticket, but they will cancel your ticket if you don't pay it off. Okay. But when you pay it off, they're going to send you that ticket. That once again is airfordable.com. Well, I want to show you one that I haven't been showing a lot of people. I'm going to show that one to you tonight. And it's called paylatertravel.com. That's paylatertravel.com. Y'all are going to love this one because this one will allow you to stretch out your payments further. Typically, when you're using Airfordable, you're going to still have to pay a good amount down versus using paylatertravel.com. So I'm going to give y'all a quick example real quick. I'll pull this one up real quick here. Give me one moment. And we're about over time. We're about, give me one moment. Okay. Here we go. All right. Here it is. Paylatertravel.com. So it works like this. Sometimes you'll see it say log in. You can't log in. You can't even create an account until you get a ticket. Like you literally have to be a customer before you get any login and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna say I want to leave out of Myrtle Beach, okay? Because I live close to Myrtle Beach. It's an airport for me. And then I'm gonna say I want to go to New York. Now, what I didn't tell y'all earlier with Allegiant, the airline company I showed y'all earlier, one of the budget friendly airlines, Allegiant don't fly a lot of places. Okay. So, but their tickets is real low. Like you'll see $40 tickets up there, $60 tickets. They're very low, but they don't fly a lot of places. So you have to kind of, find the places that you can use it. So here we go. I'm gonna go Myrtle Beach to New York, and then let's say I want to go. Let's say I want to go February. I want to go February. I'm going to go to 14th because I want to go on that Saturday and I want to come back on that Wednesday. Okay. And I'm going to hit search. Uh-oh, I got to Do that again. Didn't catch it. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. So check out how this works. So once again, now I don't know what the prices are on this, and the difference between this site and Airfordable is Airfordable, you can basically buy your plane ticket from where you want to buy it from. Pay later is you're gonna have to go through their infrastructure. You have to go through their system, okay? But look at this. Look at this. This particular plane is gonna be $310, okay? Round trip. I would only have to pay $62 today, and I can pay $16 a week. Is that cool? So now nobody have an excuse not to be at the conference. Period. No excuse, right? So I think this is something that, if everybody really used this, we can literally get out and do more world tours and get in some of those getaways and stuff like that. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. I'm going to go here, and we're about to end this. Okay. So the last two things is this: resort fees. What can we do about resort fees? Well, the short answer is nothing. Okay. The short answer is nothing. But I like to be prepared. Now, our company, Travorium, does an amazing job letting you know what resort fees cost is going to be and all that kind of stuff. They're doing a great job. As a matter of fact, I've never seen a company that was that upfront with all the fees ever in my 15 plus years of being a travel agent. A lot of times they hide this kind of information. Well, it's okay that they have resort fees. It's not okay for the resort fees to be hidden, and it's not okay for a hotel to charge you resort fees. That's what's happening right now. You have companies like Holiday Inn charging resort fees. Why are you charging me resort fees and you're not a resort? This is starting to happen. Well, there's something y'all can do about it. You want to go to resortfeechecker.com, and you can type in the name of the hotel you're going to in that city, and you'll know if they're going to try to charge you a resort fee before you go. Now, I didn't say this earlier, but the first thing that I look at when I'm booking a vacation, I'm going to look up the plane tickets first. Period. Period. Okay. I'm going to look up the plane tickets first. Now, with that being said, it leads me to my last point. Okay. So hopefully, resortfeechecker.com, y'all already understand. You're just basically checking to see if that particular hotel is going to charge a resort fee. If so, how much is it? That kind of stuff. Okay. A lot of times, hint, 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 hint. Another thing you can do when you get to a resort, if you let them know you're a travel professional, you can say, I'm a travel professional. Do y'all waive resort fees? Listen, sometimes they will. Okay. Now, sometimes they won't, or they're going to ask you for credentials. Okay. And if they say, do you have any credentials? If you don't have any travel agent credentials, you've never been a travel agent, just say, I don't have it with me. Okay. Because you don't have it with you. If you ain't got it. Okay. But that's what you do. You say, hey, I'm a travel professional. Do y'all waive any resort fees? Sometimes they will. Sometimes they will discount them. Okay, so that's something else. I just saved y'all another couple of $100. All right, here we go. Last thing. Some of you guys have probably seen that in our back office, we have free trip incentives. We want to be very clear. This is just an incentive that we're allowing you guys to use to experience a vacation. I like to say that this is typically going to be for the new person. The new person just got started today. They don't have points built up and that kind of stuff, but we want them to go on a vacation because there's a direct correlation with the amount of people that's doing very well here and having fun and making money with them traveling versus people who just have the membership. So we want to get everyone traveling more. You are a travel professional. We want you to be traveling. Well, with that being said, in our back office, we have some amazing trip incentives. And what I want to do is this. I want to tell you guys this. With the trip incentives, these trip incentives have to be, you want to book those at least 30 days in advance. Okay. You also, when you're using your trip incentive, you can't live close to that location. Okay. Typically we see about 100 miles. If you're about 100 miles to the location, they don't want you to use it. Okay. So for instance, I'm in Marion. I can't go to Myrtle Beach. It's too close to me, but I can go to Atlanta. I can go to Tennessee. I can go to Vegas. All right. Now, here's how you use these. I'm about to give y'all some sauce. What you want to do is with these, First thing you want to do is what? Find your plane ticket. Go find your days, buy your plane ticket first. Because we don't want to have a good trip incentive, but then the plane costs $4,400. You see what I'm saying? Let me find a date where it's affordable, more affordable, and then book the trip incentives. So with the trip incentives, you'll see all these locations like Atlanta, Atlantic City, Chicago, Cape Cod, all these different places. You do it, if you do it the way I'm showing you right now, hit the plane ticket first. Let's find the date for the plane ticket. Let's make sure that's available. Okay. Also note that they're going to charge you resort fees and stuff like that, right? And your taxes. You're going to have to be you're responsible for that. If you book it like Monday through Thursday, your rates is going to be better. But typically on weekends, they're going to charge you an extra little fee. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys know how we're using the free trip incentives. They are amazing. Quick story before we jump off. My wife and I, we used when we went to Las Vegas. And when I got to the counter, because this was my first time using the trip incentive, so I got to the counter and I'm nervous. I don't know if this thing is real. You know what I'm saying? I'm nervous. And I hear the door open behind me. So I look around and it's a couple coming in, rolling their suitcase. So guess what I did? I said, y'all can go in front of me. They said, you sure? I said, yeah, no problem. We got all the time in the world. Go ahead. Why? Because I didn't want to be embarrassed. Okay. So I get in there and after they left out, I walked up. I said, I have a reservation for Curtis Cross. And she said, yes, Mr. Cross. Okay. Well, it was so awesome, but it was amazing. We stayed at the Tahiti Village. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place in Las Vegas. All right. Mr. Todd Strand, sir, man, I hope this helped everybody. I will be willing to do part 3. We got more stuff that we can share, but hopefully we gave everybody some value tonight, and it's time for us to travel. I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Mr. Todd.
Hey, people are loving it, man. Look at all the give Curtis some hearts, some love, some thumbs up. I mean, guys, they absolutely loved it, Curtis, and they've been like, you're like getting nervous about time. Like, no, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And so it's such incredible value. But guys, if you want the recording for tonight, simply text me. Okay. By the way, my phone number is the same as this Zoom ID number. So if you made it to the Zoom, then you have my phone number. Okay. It's 951-445-9500. Again, 951-445-9500. And so you guys can just text me. We'll get you recording to the Zoom. But Curtis is absolutely amazing. Again, we are here Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock West Coast time. That's California. 8 o'clock on the East Coast time. And Curtis does these trainings on a regular basis. And Curtis, I mean, people absolutely love it. Incredible. Thank you so much, everybody. Again, if you don't know, tomorrow we're going to have an amazing training call. We're going to have a brand new 4-star director out of Spain. We're going to have 1-star ambassador Harlan Hall. We're going to have the great Daryl Roberts. I will be there on myself. For the ladies, on Monday night, you're going to have Miss Adela Hart and some of the preeminent female ambassadors. They're going to be doing a monthly call once every month about for the women, women's empowerment, because we're a mom-dominated company. We're a mom-dominated industry. 82% of travel is booked by women. And so Monday night, if you check our website, you're going to get all the information about the call that's going to happen Monday night with Adela Hart, Gina Strand, Larissa Berg, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, Cynthia Sly. I mean, on and on and on. Arena and all the other great ambassadors. They're all going to be a part of putting that call on. On Sunday night, we have the fireside chat. So we have a weekend full of incredible things you guys can do. Again, remember, guys, we're a company doing things in travel that have simply never, ever been done before. And guys, we're running double bonuses right now as a company. Double bonuses all the way to the end of October. And if you become a 1-star or a 2-star director, there's a special bonus pool you can tap into. They can pay you as much as $1,000. Well, if you become a 1-star and a 2-star, you're going to get 2 shares. We're talking $2,000, right? And so we have all that going on. And so a lot of incredible things happening. Appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. See you on the training call tomorrow morning. The company sent out an email for that. Make sure you guys promote that with all of your teams. That is on the corporate training site, the training call we're doing tomorrow morning with Daryl Roberts, Ambassador Harlan Hall, and brand new 4-star director out of Spain, Carmen Conde. Curtis, again, buddy, you are the best of the best, man. Appreciate you so much, Curtis. Hey, guys, have a great evening and God bless. Good night, everybody. Hey, Elaine, I saw you guys. You want me to write my number? Hold on. I just saw that. Hold on. I'll put my number in here again. Here's my number. Again, my number's the same as the Zoom you're on. So you actually already have my number. Okay. So, guys, there's my number in the message. I just put it over there. If you didn't have it, write it down, copy it, paste it, add me to your phone, send me a message. So, again, if you have the Zoom ID, which you clearly do, you're on the Zoom, you already have my number because the Zoom ID is my phone number. When they ask me to choose a Zoom ID number, I try to pick a number I wouldn't forget. How are you, Miss Janice Yates? Always good to see you. We see our buddy David Albini. How you doing, David? All right, again, guys, we're just giving everybody a moment to copy down the number. Hey, Miss Anita Castillo. I see Sonia and your beautiful daughter. Hi, how are you? There's Miss Renee. Hey, Renee. What's up, Alex? All right, I got all kinds of people texting me and calling me right now. All right, guys. So again, we'll be here again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. California time, not the Zoom, corporate Zoom, 9 a.m. California time, 12 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. All right, everybody, have a great evening and God bless. Good night, everybody.